bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
What does karate have to do with helping the homeless? Well, Daniel Pope is here, and he is with the Daniel Hope Karate Institute, located in Springfield and Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, and he is going to answer that question for us today. Good to have you here, Daniel.
Thank you.
So what does karate have to do with helping the homeless?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Yet you still have taken upon yourself to use the success for your karate studios to try and do something to give back to the community, and not just through programs for children and young people.
God has been very good to my father and I, as I've said before on the show, and we just simply want to give back to the community. We've done various work with various charities, MDA, Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Springfield Lions Club, and this year we've decided to designate it for two causes, and one is for the homeless. We're going to donate meals for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter.
So tell me a little bit about how you are getting people involved. Is this just for your students, or are you trying to get the entire communities? Again, you're in two communities, Springfield and Lansdowne. How are you getting people involved in this?
A couple different ways. We accept flat-out donations. Also, we have karate tournaments, inter-school karate tournaments, where a portion of the proceeds go toward these various causes that we designate.
So how are you going about picking the different charities? There's so much need out there. How do you figure out who needs what?
Well, each year we decide, you know, who depends on who we're speaking to, depends on the various organizations that approach us. But I have my favorites, and the homeless and the blind and Make-A-Wish Foundation. These are the causes that I feel most passionate about.
Well, you're talking a lot about getting meals at Thanksgiving, turkeys, but we're coming up on Easter, so tell me a little bit about what your immediate goals are right now, what you're focusing on now.
Well, again, from the revenue that we generate from our inter-school tournaments, we'll use those proceeds and we'll donate money toward various shelters and various places that are going to be able to feed the homeless.
There are a lot of organizations that work together to try and accomplish these different goals. Is this something that you do on your own, or do you work with other community organizations?
What I'd like to say to everybody that's listening today is that you can make a difference, and that if each and every person were to take a cause and utilize their resources, can you imagine the good that we would do?
What kind of feeling, is it about the feeling that you get back? Is this something that your father taught you? Because so many successful business people, you know, they'll write the check, they'll do this, and you know, they'll do their duty, but it seems that you've got a real passion inside. I'm wondering where that came from.
From Jesus Christ, and that's who it's come from. And I mean, how much He's blessed me, and I've won many championships throughout my life, and as I get older as an athlete, it's time to not just be so much focused on myself, but to focus on others and help others out, and use that energy that I once used for competing and putting it back into the community and putting it back into causes that I feel passionate about.
Do your students get involved? Do they get excited and as fired up?
Absolutely. If it wasn't for my students, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we have. We've raised over $70,000, like I've said to you before, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
So you're hoping to kind of pass that spirit of giving to them as well?
Yes, and I'd like to also tell you that we are about to donate a collar, a radioactive collar.
I was going to ask you about that.
For black bears and the research of black bears. I'm very passionate about wildlife. I love the outdoors and recreational activities. I've been writing several articles for various newspapers that I volunteer to do, and we're going to donate a radioactive collar to the PA Game Commission.
Well, I know there are a lot of states that have issues with the black bears. They're coming into their communities, and a lot of people have hunts, and this sparks a lot of controversy. What are you hoping, what are the Fish and Wildlife hoping that these collars are going to be able to do, just to better track so we know what we're dealing with?
The more we know about something, the better we're able to address the issues. So I think that there's no doubt about it that bears are not this mean, vicious creature, but yet they should be respected. And I think that the more that we find out about them, the more that we'll be able to coexist with them when we live in areas where they habitat.
So to accomplish all your goals, just so our viewers know, we've got a phone number that we're going to flash on the screen. How can they get involved? How can they help you help the homeless?
There's so many things that we do throughout the year. Toys for Tots, donate clothes, food, canned goods. If they call us, and we can tell them what they can do, and they can come and drop it off at our school, and we'll make sure we get to the right places.
All right, well, go ahead.
I also wanted to say that I'm very thankful that Atomics has sponsored me and are going to help me with any equipment and skis that I may need in my outdoor work, and I'm very thankful to them for that.
Well, best of luck, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Today's newsmaker has been Daniel Pope, and he is helping feed the homeless, among other charitable things. I'm Laura Jones for Comcast Newsmakers. For more information, join us on CNA and the Comcast Network.
The preceding has been a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. Now, back to CNN Headline News.